Hi everyone, my name is Jay Wyman. I'm here with my co-host Tom Emmons, and we're here for the 2025 SporTView Fall Football Preview Show.
That's right, it's Media Day.
It's Media Day here,
and we're here.
We've been looking forward to this, you and I, since what, Thanksgiving?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we got a lot going on here today. We're going to get a bunch of interviews with some people. You're going to have fun with that. We're going to talk to the captains and the coaches, and even a nice interview with Ken Dunn, special guest. So we're going to do all that. But first we want to talk a couple minutes about the football season coming up. And Tom, what do you think it looks like this year?
Well, it's a new season, and I'm interested to see how the boys have developed over the last year, because there's going to be so many new names. We've got some existing names, of course the three strong captains that the Panthers have, but there's going to be so many sophomores that turned into juniors to seniors. They changed so much. They gained so many inches, they gained so many pounds, their skill level's up, and so I'm interested to see how it works out for the Panthers.
And this year we start out with, once again, an incredibly tough schedule. We open up in, we have the Laracy Bowl in Bellingham, and then we open up with Wayland away, and Wayland is up and down. You never know what you're going to get, but last year they had a tremendous year. They were, I think, 9-2 or something like that. And then it really comes full force, because then we have, was the Lincoln Sudbury?
Yeah.
Right? And then
Concord Carlisle.
Yep. And then Canton.
Yeah.
So it's 1, 2, 3 that we get. In fact, I asked the coach one day, I said, who made the schedule up? And he said, I did. So
tough schedule.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough schedule for the guys, but that's okay. That's what they want, because they want to come in and they want to be able to get nice and jacked up and be ready for that
But
TBL season.
Change every year.
That's
Wayland was way up last year in Division IV, and now they graduated 18 seniors and max dress, and so they complete changeover going to be.
My rule of thumb is always you go to 3 games before you figure out how good your team is going to be, because it's going to take that long to see who you're playing against, because you might be playing against a great team and not do too well, or you might be playing against a really bad team and do really well. And if that's the case, you really can't understand where you belong in the ratings. But after 3 games, you pretty much know.
But also with the way the MIA power rankings are now, you want to play good teams.
Right.
So many times, Holliston had a lot of struggle against early on in the season last year, but they made the playoffs. They swept the Tri-Valley League. Bellingham, who they're going to play, who's a 2-time TBL small champ, they were 1-3 in their first couple of games. They swept the Tri-Valley League. They didn't make the playoffs. Right. And so looking at last year's schedule, I think it had to do with the strength of schedule.
It really did, and if you remember last year, Holliston beat Norwood to qualify for the tie in the TVL, but Norwood ended up ranked 11th, and Holliston ended up being ranking 16th and had to play Duxbury in that opening round.
Right.
Duxbury,
yeah. So it's a tough thing to figure out. I think it's a smart play to play strong teams for the reasons you mentioned, and for the power rankings. I think it gives the Panthers a good chance to make the playoffs this year.
And then we go from there into the Tri-Valley League, and we open up there at home against Ashland, who is now a Division III team. We open up against Hopkinton, a Division II team, and then Ashland, Division III, and then we have Norwood, Dedham, and then of course on Thanksgiving Day we have Westwood.
Wow. I can't wait for that Thanksgiving meal, but I don't want to look forward to that. I don't want the games to come too fast, because we enjoy and savor each moment.
Absolutely. So we're going to take a break here, and we'll come right back and have some interviews for you.
We're here with the captains of the 2025 Holliston Panther football team. We're going to get to know them today, and we're going to have them introduce themselves to you right now.
My name is Matthew Gimblett, and I'm a senior captain. I'm a wide receiver and safety.
Max Morrow, senior captain. I'm a receiver, running back, linebacker.
My name's Austin Rodenheiser. I'm a senior captain. I play running back and linebacker.
Okay, guys. Well, I was down we talked about this a little bit before. I was down at the scrimmage the other day.
Yeah.
How do you think it went?
I think it went pretty good. We have some work to do, but it was definitely a good start to the season. It's different from playing like Natick like we've done in the past, but yeah, I think it was a good day overall for sure.
Yeah, I'd say we were pretty physical, and yeah, we just got to get the fundamentals down now.
Yeah, we have a newer line. We lost most of our linemen last year, but I'm not worried at all. We look pretty good in the inside run especially, and I'm pretty confident for the year.
So you're excited about the start of the season?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Looking
excited.
forward
Yeah.
to
Can't wait.
getting the rewards of all the grind.
I know.
I think Wayland's a great opponent to start with. I feel like, they're like a Division, I think 3 team now, but I think that'll be a good first game.
Yeah, definitely a good test for the season. Hopefully we can start it off right.
Wayland's actually in Division 4. They're
Oh,
in
they
your
are?
division.
Oh,
so it's a
perfect.
division game.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Last year they went to the semifinals against Situate and lost.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
they were a
Situate's a good
strong
team.
side.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
should be a good test.
They're up and down. Whalen over the years has been up and down. They'll have we talked about this a little earlier. They'll have a good class come in and go through, and I think that's what happened last year. And they really went far, but I'm not sure. It might be a good matchup for you this year.
Yeah, it should be good.
I think I feel pretty confident that we'll match up well with them. We've worked really hard over the off season, and I don't think that it's anything to be afraid of.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's away,
Yeah.
right? And then we come home,
Yeah.
and we got a couple big battles there, huh?
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
some big teams there. Lincoln
that's-
Sunbury. Yeah. Should definitely be a great test.
Yeah.
Great home opener.
Yeah. So if we,
I'm curious, after this is your final year in the program here at Halls in high school,
yeah.
what do you say to the freshmen that are just starting their Panther career? And what you're most excited about for them, who got 4 years of Panther football in front of them?
I would say definitely cherish it, Put your head down, work. Like if you work hard enough, you can definitely start as a sophomore. It's definitely possible. A lot of kids don't think it's possible, but it definitely is. And just keep working, it's fun, and just enjoy it, have fun.
Yeah, it goes by quick for sure. And if you put the hard work in, it's going to pay off for sure, no matter what.
Yeah. I mean, I think that most important thing is to work hard at practice. These kids can, if they work hard, they can make their way up and have a really fun time playing.
We're looking forward to in the league this year a little bit. We'll kind of skip over those first 4 games a little bit, but going into the league, what are you looking forward to?
Definitely looking forward to the league games. It's always fun to play the league teams. We've been playing them for a while. I think that we're going to do really well again this year.
Yeah.
Very confident.
I think we have a great shot at the TVL title this year, and I'm very happy to pursue that. And I think it's going to be tough, but I think we can definitely do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you think? Can you give us like one of your best memories of playing football here in Holliston so far? The best memories of the company. But so far, right now, what would you say?
Let me think.
My best memory was by far Norwood game. It was Saturday. It felt a little different, but we came out there. Our defense played amazing, and we sealed a share of the TVL title at least.
And that was a payback game too.
Yeah.
Because of the year before.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Yeah. I think my favorite moment was probably my first touchdown my sophomore year. Against Hopkinton, I got a pick 6, and that was pretty awesome.
Nice,
Just running into the end zone and seeing all the kids in the end zone, just like remembering that I used to be there once. But yeah, that's probably my favorite.
Yeah, I'd say my favorite memory is also the Norwood game because it was just like super physical and it was just a battle and we won it at the end, and it felt great.
Some of our viewers don't understand the brotherhood that develops in the daily grind that you guys go through, day in, day out, and then finally getting a chance to put on the Panther Red and beat up somebody else other than your own teammates all day long.
Yeah, that's very important. It's great. It starts really in summer workouts, and it's like just a brotherhood. You go through summer workouts, it's tough, but you're with your brothers, and then you go have fun. You get food after, and you just do it the next day again.
Yeah,
Food's the best
exactly.
part. Yeah, I remember it started freshman year with the sled workouts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That was-
those are rough.
That was a killer.
Probably the worst
Yeah.
thing I've ever done as far as conditioning.
definitely.
Only time I ever thought I was going to throw up from conditioning.
Yeah.
That was horrible, but
Yeah.
I mean, it brings us together. And
Yeah, everyone got through it and came out
It is
stronger.
true because of all the sport, like in high school, I played all the sports, and football's the one that I think you have the closest team.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
20 years from now, when you talk about when you're lying to each other. I bet you were. That's you're going to find that's it's football. It's
definitely. Yeah, it's the longest season too. So.
Yeah.
Definitely most fun though.
Yeah.
Any parting words as you head to the Bellingham Blackhawks home to play the Joey Laracy Bowl?
I think it's just important that we play physical this week, and I think that's just what we're gonna do. We got a strong team, and we got some tough players. So hopefully that's just what we do this week.
Yeah, excited to showcase what we have in store this year.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
All right, well, we wish you all the best. We'll be following you all the way. Holliston Cable Access will be there in Bellingham on Thursday night at 5 o'clock for the Joey Laracy Bowl. Hi, we're starting the 2025 Panther football season with Ken Dunn. Ken, who talks and lives and breathes Panther football 24/7 for the Panthers. He's started as the historian of the team, and now he's carrying some new roles.
Yeah, this year I get to be statistician coach. My main responsibility is to make sure that the day after a game I have all the stats that the multiple coaches want, and fortunately for me, stats do not lie.
Right.
And they'll be able to make some good decisions off of the statistics I put together and give to them all the day after a game.
Why don't we back it up a little bit? How did you get into this thing? Because you're in North Carolina.
I retired. I retired in May, and I was looking for something to really sink my teeth into, and I already knew quite a bit about Holliston football, and so Coach Uroff called me up and said, I want to make you the coach for stats, and you can come up anytime you need to and want to and be a part of the whole team. So that's what I'm doing.
Well, the Panther family welcomes you.
Oh, it's good to be here.
Yeah, well, he's part of the Panther family because you played ball here, right?
Yes.
And then you went and wrote that mammoth book, the original book that showed every game and write-ups on every game since 18-something, right?
1896 is when the team started, 129 years ago now. I think we're in our 86th season because we missed a bunch of years in there. But it's, I've got a lot of knowledge up here in my head about players' names that you love, what is it, William Honey?
Yeah, William Honey.
Our one and only drop kicker from 1925. So, I have everything you need, and I have everything for Coach that he wants, and so I can actually add to the team.
Well, it's the 100th anniversary of the 1925 team.
So not just that, what I'm going to try to do for you and for Jay and Tom here is to try and give you some information before each game that on this date, the 1925 team did this and beat that team or whatever. It'll give some interest on celebrating the 100th anniversary of the 1925 Tri-County League champions. And then we are also celebrating this year the 50th anniversary of our first Super Bowl in 1975.
All right.
We're also celebrating our 40th anniversary of our second Super Bowl win, 1985. And we're going to throw in some stuff from 10 years ago and the 2015 Super Bowl win, and that was our 6th state championship and 5th Super Bowl win.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a lot there. Yeah.
And that's all memorized.
Yeah.
Just for you guys.
Well, we appreciate it because it livens up the broadcast booth with lots of information. I mean, writing books for the Panthers. This is a 7th edition book. It just came out, updated with the 2024 players and statistics, stories from the past. This is really a labor of love, not just an assignment or a retirement hobby.
Well, we need people to buy more books so I can actually make money off of this.
I was just going to ask you about that. How do they, because you really got to get that original book. That's the first one. How do they get that?
Well, there's 2 editions to the original history book. Both of them are, the first one was like 700 and some odd pages. The second one was 800 and something. And then there's 7 editions to the stat book.
Right. But it's more than stats. I mean, it's stories. I mean, if you ever played for Holliston, and especially back in the day.
Right.
You really want to get this book, and
Yes,
we
so-
talked with Coach Cato about it, right? He was at one of the book signings, and
Yeah, in both of the sets of books, you will find all of the players' names that I've pulled out of the history, and so you'll see all the players' names are on there, all the scores, all of the standings from about 1925 all the way up till now. So I have people in the TVL that have bought the book because they said, man, I can find all of the stuff for Medfield or Medway or whatever too. So, and we have all the scores of league games, a lot of league games. So, if I go too far, this thing will cost too much.
yeah.
So, but all the players, I go through the last season, which this one has 2024. I go through the last season, each game, a small little write-up, the box score, what happened in each one, and of course last year being Mike Uroff's first season with us.
Inaugural year.
Yeah, I mean, he was thrown into this, what, a month and a half before the season?
Right.
Yeah.
And still came out with a TVL championship on that, so
Yeah.
I'm really proud of him. I want to work for him a little bit. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you, to get back in it, because if people are going to want to know, we talk about the books, how do you get the books?
They're all on Amazon.
Okay.
And all you just can go on Amazon and put in my full name, Kenneth R. Dunn. And
DUNN.
yeah, DUNN, and then they'll all pop up as well as whatever else I've done. So
Good. 'Cause you definitely want to get these books. It's a lot of fun, especially in the off season. I go in, I love football, so I go in football and start reading them, especially because I made that first book. I'm in that first book. But
yes, you are. As an Ashland Clocker.
as an SN clocker, but it's great. And this year you're going to be feeding us this information, so we'll have we'll have the stats from you, and we'll also have game time stuff to talk about
Right.
these other things.
During the regular season, at halftime, I'll be trying to text you information as to what you can have, I guess, to talk about when you
Yeah.
come back for the second half. If somebody's getting close to a record of some kind, positive record, I'll let you know.
Good.
So I have a lot of stuff in my head so that I can see whether it's happening.
Yeah.
I don't have to go hunting through the book all the time.
Right.
So
A couple of things I'd like you to talk about. Talk about the highlights of Alan Pond. He was a character from the past, an athlete, an All-American athlete, and war hero too.
So Alan Pond came into the high school in the year of 1910, the fall of 1910, and that was the first year that Ernie Richards was the athletic director, and he decided that there wasn't going to be a football team. There was too many injuries going on and whatever. He had Alan Pond, who was considered by the newspapers a couple years into his high school career as the best guard and the best shooting guard in the history of basketball in high school.
From Holliston High School.
Holliston High School. They called him the Holliston Jim Thorpe. He ran track, he played basketball, and then he went to the University of Massachusetts, but it was called something else then at
Mass Aggie.
Amherst. Yeah.
Mass Aggie, yeah.
And he went there, and the football coach asked him to come out his freshman year.
That's great.
And in his second game, I think, he got his hands on the football. Nobody could tackle him. He runs back and forth. I think the way they explained it, he ran about 125 yards to get an 80-yard TD. And from that point on, he became this masterful guy on the football team for UMass.
Wasn't he a war hero too? Did I get that right?
So after his sophomore year, he's the team captain as a sophomore, and then he enters into World War I. He volunteers with a bunch of guys, and he goes to World War I. He spends 2 years over there, and he ended up getting injured, not sure the full extent of his injuries, and he got gassed, mustard gas.
Wow, terrible.
So then he came back in 1918 to school. He was still recovering from his injuries, and in 1919, he ended up being again, voted in as a captain of the team. He played really great, had a great season. And then in the spring of 1920, he caught pneumonia because of the mustard gas thing, and he ended up dying.
Wow.
So, but there are so many newspaper articles, and if you go in, I think I have it on the football page, an Alan Pond newspaper article album, and you can read all about it. It's amazing stuff.
Yeah.
So on the heels of all that, then Holliston goes into a dark period for 31 years. No football.
Yeah, so the 1920s we re-enter football, and then we get a really good coach. And apparently, from what I could read in the town papers, not newspapers, but in their town reports, the money was so tight, and after they won in 1925, they disbanded the team until 1957.
So budget cuts.
Yeah,
The budget cuts.
we also had a small population of people as well as students. It wasn't a big school.
Farming back then.
Yeah.
Farms in Holliston.
It's interesting, you talk about Allen Pond and of course the mustard gases. Christy Mathewson, same thing. You know, he got mustard gas.
Yeah.
Great baseball career cut short, you know.
Right. And the interesting thing about Allen Pond, though, is that he and the two Brown brothers and Clancy, I can't remember his first name, but he's the doctor. He became the doctor of the town.
Oh, yeah?
They had 4 state championship basketball seasons, where each year they won about 20 games, and nobody wanted to play them in this area because even though we were a real small school with a very small amount of players, they ended up playing all these challenge matches against all the big schools in Boston.
Wow.
And out in Springfield and towards Worcester and all that. So.
We don't want to talk basketball too much.
But anyway, that was, but he was considered the best guard that ever played high school basketball for a long time.
I mean, it's nuggets like that that you find in your book that just fascinate me and are great to read, great to know about the history of the program, you know.
So you gotta get the books. Again, look up Kenneth R. Dunn, D-U-N-N, and there's 4 or 5 books, stat book. This is the latest edition that Tom has here, and Tom's in this when he's up in the press box all the time. He's always in that. Ken, thank you so much for coming, and thank you for all you've done for the program. It's really, really exceptional work.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Ken Dunn, Mr. Everything for the Panthers this year. Okay, we're back with coaches from the Holliston Panther 2025 football team. We've got head coach Mike Uroff and defensive coordinator Bob Conrad. Conrad. I asked you that before and didn't get it right. But we're here to have you guys give us a little insight on what you see with the team so far this year, how you're feeling about your first season with the Panthers, since you were sort of late behind the 8 ball last year.
That's a great lead-in question for both of you. What's the difference between last year when you came in at the very end of the summer, middle of the summer, really, right before the passing league, and today you come in now? This is your team. These are the guys you know, and you've had a whole off season with them. What's the difference?
Yeah, I'll throw out a couple of things first. Is just understanding the kids, knowing them for a full football season, a whole off season. Last year, literally, we were trying to figure out who might be able to block, who can catch, who can run the ball downhill, who can lead the huddle and be the quarterback. And, we've kind of taken all that out this year. So, even the players said we're way ahead of last year at this point. So
they feel more comfortable. I remember the passing league, you're telling me that you're going to have to go out and buy masking tape to put the names on the helmets because you didn't know who anybody was.
And we did. We used painter's tape, masking tape, because we didn't want it to affect the helmet. We didn't know their names. Yeah.
We had some kids, I'm just, like all of us, we're just learning each kid on the fly. And, literally when we started to do some defense, we had kids that would normally play defensive tackle or defensive end coming up and say, hey, coach, I'm a safety. I'm a cornerback. I'm like, really? I played that last year. So, we were learning on the fly, and we moved them around pretty quickly. But we're leaps and bounds we were last year. We got a nice rhythm going already. We know the kids from seniors down to sophomores. We know kind of what their ability is and see how they grow and change in the season. And so we're way ahead of the game from last year.
What's the first thing you did after Thanksgiving, after your Thanksgiving meal and starting the 2025 program?
Rest.
Rest.
Yeah, I told, honest to God, it's funny, but coaches need it, players need it, parents need it, you guys need it, focus on a new season, but it's good to disengage a little bit. And, after our banquet even, we said, we'll see you the 1st of January, and whatever that Monday was, we started our off-season program, and that was brand new to them. Being accountable in the weight room for, the full 9 to 10 months of the off-season. Having a program they had to sign in for. Goals they had to achieve. We tested in the weight room in March and June, and to see the gains they made, it was unbelievable. Kids that, bench, say, 200 pounds in, January, March and then to June, they were, up 50, 60 pounds. So it was great.
Yeah, I see. So Coach came all the time, all the off season. He came to the other sports, and we're both huge on other kids playing other sports.
Right.
So it was great. It wasn't just football all the time, but if you're not playing football, get to the weight room. And I would come like 2 months, 3 months later. I go, oh my God! Obviously they're hitting the weight room. Some kids that were playing hockey and doing their thing, wrestling and baseball, lacrosse as the spring season came. They're doing their thing, and then football's in their mind a little bit. But once it's now football season, it's full time. But it's good. We really promote having the kids play other sports, and it's great for the town, it's great for them. And then get it was football season. It's football season.
That's wonderful, because a lot of coaches don't do that. They wanted to focus on their sport, but the kids don't develop that well as a whole person. Kind of, right?
That's correct. You take a wrestler, a basketball player, winter track, it all benefits football.
Yep.
And the other thing, it's the only time in your life you can play 3 sports.
Right.
Yeah.
And, also we went ahead and we reached out to every winter coach, and we did it again in the spring. If you don't have a program, we're more than happy to train not only our athletes, but your kids as well.
Wow, that's wonderful.
So anybody in season, say a football player that plays basketball, their workout was different.
Yeah.
And you structure it around, it was a total of 1 hour a week, but it kept them in shape and kept them moving. And, a lot of the coaches were like, that's great, because we don't have a program.
Yeah.
We've all got to be one team.
How do you like the numbers this year? It looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's okay. It's kind of what we thought. They're right around what we thought. We lost a couple of kids and we gained a couple of kids.
Yeah.
So it's, we'll see. Depth chart wise, I don't think there were a lot of surprises.
No,
Bob talked about D as well. I
You
think
always
we're
wish
right
for
where we
like
want to
20
be.
more kids. You always wish you could have more, right?
That's right.
But we have what we have, and they'll work hard and they'll play. But it's great to have that depth. If 1 or 2 go down for an injury for whatever reason, that's where that next step you need to be.
And that's where the offseason is so key is. We saw it last year where we play so physical, and I'm not afraid to say that because our kids own it and they say that's how we're going to play, coach.
Good.
But at the end of the year, like just 2 to 3 injuries, we're now asking guys to play that have never played in a varsity game before on a Thanksgiving against a really good Westwood team. But that is what it is.
Yeah.
So they've got to be ready.
I want to talk about something you talked about, the change in the school calendar, timing. So you had to change your practice, but you've developed another academic program for the boys.
Yeah, so I think it's important that we look at it almost like a college. They're here to get an education first. If they leave here and get a college scholarship, great. If they turn that into a pro career, even unbelievable. But the odds are that's not happening. So every day after school, we have study hall. We have a classroom and a coach sitting there for 1 hour. And if you're not, needing the study hall, it's either film or lifting every single day. So we purposely give about 45 minutes to an hour off at the end of school to take care of your other business. And lifting during the season, is really important.
Yeah.
We don't want to lose ground on everything we did off season.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Talk a little bit about on-field stuff. We'll get to the defensive genius in a minute.
I love that.
But Coach, what do you look for this year as far as your offense? I was down there the other day. Looks like you need a little line work and young, right?
Yeah, we've got some seniors up front that are going to get the opportunity to play. We graduated 4 out of 5 offensive linemen. Just talk about that side of the ball. So it's hard because you can't replicate game speed. It's really hard to do that out of practice, as you know. So going down to Norton, that was great. It was a practice/scrimmage with them. This Thursday will be another great test for us. Bellingham, he's a great coach, great program. And we're just looking for, like we say, you need more than 11, but you need like 14 to 15 guys that just want to get it done.
Yeah.
And regardless of size, it's the way it is. It's the way we did it last year.
And your skill positions still look, to me, kind of strong, right? You're going to be kind of happy with them?
Our team speed is very good.
Yeah.
With Matt Gimlet, Austin Rodenheiser, and then Max Morrow is deceptively fast. He looks like a bigger kid, but yet, he caught an out route in the scrimmage on Saturday and took it down the sideline for a touchdown.
Yeah.
And he's a bigger kid. He plays physical. So we feel a lot better about skill positions.
Yeah. And you got a couple of new receivers coming in, right? Or
Yeah, we got some great guys coming up. I mean, there's some guys, Cal Leverone, Nick Flannery, Paul McGrath, to name a few, Jack Staley, and there's others as well. And then there's seniors that are going to contribute, like Tyler Motter, other guys like that, Liam Brannigan, guys that kind of waited their turn last year behind some pretty deep players like Connor Teague and others. They had to wait.
Good. And Coach, your defense last year was...
That was the calling card
special.
of the Boston, the Holliston Panthers.
Yeah, I thought it was really special. You guys did a great job with the kids last year.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, we'll be pretty good against the run, and we got to get better against the pass. That's kind of what was what bit us in the butt last year. But we got the athletes to do it. I think if we stay healthy, we should be pretty good. We like to get after it. We like to blitz a lot. We like to be physical. I think we got 6 guys coming back, 6 or 7 guys, and some of them are a lot bigger than last year. And that's the whole thing about being with these kids for another year. They know our system now. They know coach's offense. It's not like they're doing the ABCs, right? So they're not starting from scratch. We got kids that are really excited about playing football, which helps. And I'm excited to be part of. We got some, like Coach mentioned, Austin and Max and Paul, who didn't get to play last year, he's going to be a force. Clousby got so much bigger.
Oh, he did, yeah.
This kid Flannery, the sophomore, you don't like to talk about sophomores, but he could be special if he wants to be. He really has that type of athletic ability. I think Gimlet's the best in the league at safety. Ali Phil, we love to blitz and we love to hit, and he fits that mold.
Love the blitz.
So we're going to get after it on D, and we're going to roll the dice, and hopefully the guys behind us don't give up the big play, and we do pretty good.
Your linebacking core should be really good, right?
Yeah, I really think
your defensive line... Is going to have enough size there, do you think?
If we have any attitude in the team, which we don't have a lot of those kids with that chip on the shoulder, we got nice kids here.
The nice kids.
It might be on the D line. Yeah, the D line might have those kids, so that's okay. We got a couple of kids that can get after it that way. So I'm looking forward to what we can do on defense.
Great. We're looking forward to what you do on the field, too. We're really excited about the season. Great energy here at Media Day, even though we're the only media around. But
well, we show great energy.
That's right.
You guys
for
show
our
great
age.
energy. It's good to have you.
But thanks for coming down here out of your busy day. Head coach Mike Uroff and Bob Conrad of the Holliston Panther football team.
Okay, we're here. This is something we've never done before, but we're really happy we get to do this. We're here today with actually 2 teams. We're here with the cheerleaders, and some of the girls do game cheering, and some of the girls do competition. So we're going to start with Coach Kim and tell a little bit about what the girls did over the past year.
Sure. So my name is Ken Flannery. I'm the head coach here at Holliston High School. I've been here for about 7 or 8 years, and we've really grown the program. Some years we have a lot of teams, JV, comp, and varsity. This year we only have a varsity team, but they're very talented. Last year our comp team actually made it to our state competition for the first time in 10 years, so we're really excited about that and wanted to spread that news.
Yeah, very good news.
Claire? Good.
I'm a game team captain here. My name is Claire, and our game team has been doing really well. We've been practicing a lot of cheers. We've been making sure that our girls know the halftime dance, making it look sleek, making it look nice. And yeah, we're really excited for the season to properly start.
Yeah, super excited. I'm also a game captain at Holliston High School. It's my 4th year, and I'm super, super, super excited to spend my last year, my senior year, with the most amazing team ever. And over the past 4 years, I've seen so much development with every single girl on the team and cheer in general, and this program has been growing every year. I'm so proud of everyone. I'm super excited.
And before we get into the competition, I just really want to say too that Coach Tom and I and our group here, we go to all the games, and we get there, and the second people that get there are you guys. And the cheer cloud, the cheerleaders are always there, whether it's raining, snowing. I don't know how cold. Sometimes you guys are so cold it make me look cold, but
We've had to defrost multiple times.
Yeah. But you're really great. Really, it's really great what you girls do. So talk about the competition a little bit?
Yeah, so last year we actually went to states for the first time, and I think it was 10 years, like Kim said. And that was really great to see the team grow as like a collective, and also individual people kind of gain skills. And I think this year one of our main goals is also to try to make it that far. Hopefully with the team this year we can have even more growth and more accomplishments.
Yeah, making it to states next year, that really puts some fire under our butts for this year. I think we're going to go into the first competition knowing that we are prepared, really putting our work into these first couple weeks of practice, having our routine done. I think it's just really, really important. And we had some great people come up this year. It's going to be a great season, and we're really looking forward to it.
Hi, I am Coach Allie. It is actually my only second year with the program, but just piggybacking off of what the girls said earlier, the program has grown significantly, even just within the last year that I've been with the program. The girls had mentioned we went to states. We also got first place at our first invitational competition last year. So we're really excited to see where the team takes it this year. We have a lot of new talent, a lot of new freshmen, so we'll see how the program goes. It's exciting.
Now, do you both coach both squads, or do you take one does the comp, one does the game day?
No, we both coach both teams, and we separate it during the day, so it's still the same length of time that a normal team would practice, but we condense it a lot so that we can be there at both of them.
And what are the kind of go over? I hate to keep separating this, but I guess they're different preparation. What's a week of preparation like for the cheer team?
For game?
For the game, I'm sorry, the game, yes.
Yeah, so we have practice usually every day for a little bit, like an hour or two.
Yeah.
We just go over like cheers, make sure we look good, make sure we have good attitude, and we go over like sideline tumbling and stunts and all that, making sure we're all prepared for Friday Night Lights.
And that's the show you put on at halftime.
Yeah. And
Okay.
actually every year, they haven't mentioned it, but every year the captains create their halftime show dance themselves.
Oh,
so
cool.
They come up with very creative routines, so we're excited to
So
showcase
all that fun you'll see will be all because of us. So yeah.
And on the comp team, how do you guys prepare?
So we start with choreography, and we usually have like 1 or 2 days that are like 3 hours long. We get the routine, we get our dances and motions, and then we spend like every practice after that making sure it's solid and making sure we're all kind of doing the right things and we're all in the right spots. And we try to go to a lot of invitationals as well, just so we kind of are prepared for real comps that we want to place at, like states. But I think like our practice time is really crucial for us kind of getting used to like going full out and hitting our stunts the right way. So, yeah.
And let's say, as the teams combine, I mean, do you have people that only do one of the? Well, I know that you girls just do the games, right? But do you girls do the games too? Or?
Yeah. So if you're on comp, you have to be on game.
Oh, okay. All
but
right, that's how that
it's
works.
a pretty good thing to be able to have like a close connection with game, and then also have comp to like really show our skills. So.
Excellent. Well, thank you. And you got some plans this year for competitions.
Yeah.
And we know we're going to see you guys at the games.
Yes.
All the
Yes. Sidelines, here we come.
That's really great. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
Is there going to be a banquet
Glad
this
we
year?
finally got you on TV, because everyone can see you, and of course you draw all the attention from Tom and I. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
2025 game cheerleaders and comp squad. Well, Tom, I got one question for you.
Okay.
Are you ready for some football?
I am ready for some football, Jay. A lot of excitement here in our interviews that we did.
Yeah, we were able to get a lot of people, and we're glad we got to get Ken Dunn, who we really haven't ever interviewed like that. Very interesting guy, and of course, having the cheerleaders and the cheer squad and the comp team, that's awesome, because we really never get a chance to really give them the credit that they deserve. But and then nice to be able to talk football with both the co-captains and with the coaches.
Yeah, no, the captains were super excited. I love those guys. You know, they were great players last year, but they look even bigger than I thought. With the offensive or defensive line who we were going to interview.
Yeah, they did look big, and we're going to have a really a big test up front. At the beginning of the schedule, but as they get better and better, the time goes on. I really think they got a good shot at repeating as a TBL champs.
Be careful what you wish for, Concord Carlisle. You got Bob Conrad's defense coming at you.
We want to thank everyone. Of course, we want to thank the great Tom Harmon and the maybe even greater Bruce Gilroy for all your work. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
the setup and all the work that you do. And we know you're going to be with us in all the telecasts. And hopefully we'll be getting every game live. And that'll be great. First game Thursday night in Bellingham. And then we open up in Wayland on a week from Friday. So from Tom Emmons and Jay Wyman, thank you all, and we'll see you soon.